Hello everyone and thanks for joining us. This is Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV News. I am Gaila Damu. Stay tuned. The United Nations recalled the International Organizations for Migration's Chief of Mission to Ethiopia, Maureen Aking, for commenting on the bad deeds of the terrorist TPLF group. Zaman Mekonnen reports.
It is to be recalled that Ethiopia has expelled 7 individuals who work for the UN here in Ethiopia for supporting the terrorist TPLF in various ways and meddling in the internal affairs of the country by disrespecting international humanitarian principles and the sovereignty of the country. Sources approached by Ethiopian news agency said, despite government's repeated call for a genuine assessment of the situation in Tigray to understand the reality on the ground and heinous acts of the terrorist group, the UN and its Security Council don't seem to do that. Instead of that, some members of the international community have been engaged in attacking those who wish to expose the reality. According to the sources, the UN's decision to recall IMO Chief of Mission to Ethiopia, Maureen Aking, is part of this attack. According to reporters, UN recalled the chief for commenting on the bad deeds of the terrorist TPLF. The IMO chief became victim just for her comment depicting the heinous acts of TPLF in her interview with Jeff Pierce, a renowned writer and online journalist. She said in the interview that TPLF dirty and vicious and accused the group of plotting to have Tigrayan migrant workers facing deportation from Saudi Arabia sent to settle in Rwanda.
According to the Secretariat of the National Council for the Coordination of Public Participation for the construction of the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam, the diaspora community has donated 122 million birr for the construction of the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam in 2 months. Abebe Brhane tells us more.
Secretariat of the National Council for the Coordination of Public Participation for the Construction of the Dam disclosed that the diaspora community has donated 122 million birr for the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam within 2 months. Members of the Council of the Ethiopian Diaspora Action have taken care of previously planted seedlings at the Renaissance Park in Addis Ababa around Bethel. Public Relations Director of the office, Hailu Abraham, stated that the participation of the diaspora in supporting the Renaissance Dam has been increasing, noting that the diaspora community donated over 1 billion birr since the launching of the dam. Hailu Abraham explained that the diaspora has donated 122 million birr in the past 2 months of July and August only. As to the explanation of Hailu,
እስከዛሬ የዲያስፖራ ተሳትፎ ከ1 ቢሊዮን 4 ሚሊዮን በላይ ደርሷል። በአሁኑ በዚህ በሐምሌና በነሐሴ ብቻ እንኳን ብናይ
so far about 1 billion and 4 million birr has been collected from the diaspora community for the construction of the dam. When we look at the 2 months, July and August only, 201 million birr has been collected. Of this amount of money, 122 million birr is the contribution of the diaspora community. These days, the diaspora community has been pioneer in providing financial support. In addition, the diaspora community has gone to the dam and visited it. We are also participating in the activity of taking care of the previously planted seedlings of the park.
ይሄንንም ፓርክ መተው ደግሞ እዚህ ቀደም ብሎ የተተከሉ ችግኞችን እንዲንከባከቡና ፓርክኑም እንዲያውቁት ስራ ነው ያደረገን ያለነው።
Among the diasporas, Fakadu Tarafa stated that internal and external powers have been working day and night so as to stop Ethiopia's development journey. Fukadu added that they will strengthen and keep on their support for the Renaissance Dam to get it completed and start providing service.
ባይን ጉዳይ እንደ ግል ጉዳይ ማየት አለብን። መንግስታችን ሀገራችን ህዝብ በሚፈልገው መንገድ ተባብረን ይሄንን ግድብ መጨረስ አለብን።
We have to see the issue of the GERD as our private issue. The government and the people should cooperate and work together for the completion of the dam. It is the time that we all should support the dam in any way we can. As we know, there is a war in the northern part of Ethiopia. Foreign powers have also been pressurizing Ethiopia by imposing different sanctions. However, we Ethiopians will never give opportunity for this pressure.
በመጥፎ ነገር ኢትዮጵያ ለማሳት ብዙ ውጭ ላይ ይካሄዳል። እኛ ግን ልጆቿ ለዛ እድል አንሰጥም።
Ethiopia Alamayo on her part said that they have been working to finalize the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam in providing financial support.
በህዳሴ ግድብ ላይ ኢትዮጵያን ወደ ከፍታ በማውጣት ላይ ዲያስፖራው ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ እያደረገ ነው። ከሚያደርጋቸው ማስተዋጽኦች አንዱ
We have been contributing our part in providing support so as to transform our country Ethiopia. Even though foreign powers have been putting pressure on Ethiopia, we Ethiopians will support our country in any way we should. For instance, before 6 or 7 months, we collected large amount of money in Norway and sent the money to Ethiopia.
6 ወር ወይም 7 ወር አካባቢ ላይ ትልቅ የገንዘብ ስብስብ አድርገን ወደ ኢትዮጵያ ልከናል።
Council for Ethiopian Diaspora Action was established in 2013 Ethiopian calendar and it comprises Ethiopian diaspora who live in different parts of the world. The council works mainly on building the image of Ethiopia and performing development activities. Members of the council have been visiting Ethiopia since the beginning of the new year. The members have donated blood for the National Defense Force and they visited the current situation of the construction of the dam before yesterday.
Meanwhile, diasporas say they are ready to take part on tourism destination investment to turn the opportunity created by the completion of the Grand Ethiopia Renaissance Dam. Brown Workner has more.
Ethiopian diaspora members living abroad said after the completion of the construction of GERD, they are ready to use the opportunity and engage themselves to put their legacy in investment sector. It is already known that upon completion of GERD, the government has disclosed about the establishment of great entertainment cities around the project. Recently, the diaspora members have visited the construction of GERD by the support of Tourism Ethiopia. The diaspora members approached by Ethiopian News Agency said they have been supporting the construction of the dam since the conception of the project. Resident of Texas and former police member Lieutenant Neguse Sigain said Nile is on the way to ensure the prosperity of the nation. He said Egypt and Sudan have been using the river alone and now Ethiopia is ready and hopeful to use Nile for its development purposes. Through Diaspora Trust Fund, the Lieutenant donated $365 to the construction of GERD project. We, all the diaspora members living abroad, we have to transfer $1 per day to the Diaspora Trust Fund. I have been transferring $1 to the Diaspora Trust Fund for the last consecutive years. Personally, via Diaspora Trust Fund, I donated $365 to the construction of the dam. Therefore, I believe that if everybody do this, they will benefit the country and the people in doing so. A resident of London and journalist Zaudu Mangiste said the diaspora members have been serving the people and the country irrespective of their profession to avert the false information created and disseminated by the supporters of the terrorist TPLF group. Therefore, he said he has been serving his country, telling the reality of Ethiopia in relation to the terrorist TPLF group through media. Especially on the construction of GERD, the TPLF forces have been influencing media. Therefore, as a journalist and with my friends, we are working strongly to divert the conspiracy of TPLF. We are also mobilizing all Ethiopian communities to put their legacy on the affairs of Nile River. Today, we have visited the dam and I hope we will do more when I go back to London. we will also exert our maximum effort to enable the diaspora to work with the government. The diaspora members who visited the dam said, apart from supporting the construction of the dam in a holistic manner, they are ready to put their legacy in tourism and investment sector around the project. A resident of Washington DC and Chief Executive Council for Ethiopian Diaspora Action, Alemayo Seleshi, said, apart from generating hydroelectric power, the dam will have other opportunities in tourism sector. At the back of this water, there are many highlanders, and that will be a tourist destination. Therefore, we do not wait until foreign investors invest on it. We all the diaspora members personally are forming different associations. We have to construct lodges so as to make it the tourist destination. We have to create job opportunity to our people. We have to use our knowledge, wisdom and resource to help our country and our people. Resident of California who returned to Ethiopia after 21 years, Amhara, on his part said, upon completion, the dam has great role to create different kinds of tourist destinations around the project. In addition to generating hydroelectric power, this place will be used for different things, for instance for water skimming, for fishing and for resort constructions. In doing so, we have to make tourists to come and enjoy it. It has immense role and it should be given due attention. A resident of Maryland, Sister Martha Gebreselassie, on her part said, tomorrow's hope of Ethiopia is at the back of God, and she said the visit to God project has delighted her. I'm proud of Ethiopia's future destiny when I think the hope of Ethiopia at the back of God. We all diaspora members have to come and finish the construction of the dam. Especially, I want to urge Ethiopian diaspora youth to participate in diplomacy, promotion and fundraising to complete the construction of the dam.
The Ethiopian chapter of the African Women Fish Processors and Traders Network, a continental platform with the objective of bringing women together to transform their businesses and trade across the borders within the continent, has been launched in Addis Ababa. Yayu Melese has more.
The Ethiopian chapter was launched after a two-day consultative meeting of Ethiopian women in the fishery sector on the proposed constitution and rules of procedure, action plan and leadership structure for the implementation of activities of the new association. Ministry of Agriculture Human Resource Development Director Hussein Abegas said on the occasion that most of the women engaged in post-harvest business at grassroots levels will benefit from the continental network support of partners. He added that the ministry and other pertinent regional, continental and international partners will provide different forms of support to transform the national association and create market linkage in Africa. According to him, the leadership of the association plays a crucial role to the success of the association in mobilizing resources and getting other supporters, while the ministry merely provides capacity building for the association. Hussein stated in addition the ministry will provide information about the fishery businesses across the country and create favorable conditions to the association to implement projects. It was learned that fishery activities are mainly undertaken in Ethiopia in Lake Tana, Hawassa, Turkana lakes and lakes in Gambela regional state. The director said the Ethiopian chapter is a national, sub-regional and continental network that will support women and other members engaged in the fish processing and trading business in Ethiopia. African Women Fish Processors and Traders Network Vice President Susan Jerry told Ethiopian News Agency that the network has more than 30 member countries in all the 5 sub-regions of the continent.
It's a continental body that brings the women in fish trade and processing together. And why was this? For a long time, we never had a common voice. Yet, we trade across borders. So we do experience very similar challenges.
The EU has given the African women the forum to come together and seek solutions to the challenges. The Vice President stated that the network will provide capacity building and training and give value propositions to the benefits of membership to women in Ethiopia. According to her, the alignment of the network with the laws of the country's partners' initiatives and the ongoing African Free Continental Trade Area will help women build capacity, transform business, and create cross-border market linkage in the continent. African Women Fish Processors and Traders Network aims to improve the welfare, working conditions, and income for women in fisheries and especially in the post-harvest sector in Africa. Established in 2017, African Women Fish Processors and Traders Network is a continental platform to bring African women fish processors and traders together to collaborate in transforming their business and trade across the borders within the continent.
You're watching Amhara Media Corporation, Amhara TV News, and now let's take a look at foreign exchange rate and carat rate. That's all the news we have for today. I'm Gaila Damu. Many thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a nice time.